What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. The Clippers versus Lakers round 4. This will be the 4th time they played this season. And the Clippers have won all 3 matchups. And every game, for the most part, has been very, very close coming down to the end. And both teams had to gut it out, all the way to the end, of the game to pull out the victory. And as it should be, because every time these two teams play, it doesn't matter who's on the floor. The rivalry still looks like it's alive. It doesn't look snapped. It doesn't look over with. It doesn't look like it's dead. It looks like it just revamps itself every time these two teams play. And the Clippers to not have 2 of their superstars to still go 3-0 against a team that has 3 superstars, or should I say at least 2 now, is very unreal to happen in regards to how can they beat the Lakers without no talent. But everybody knows the Clippers are just a really, really good, solid team, and they play together and they're a force. They really are. And as long as they have Ty Lue there, I feel like they're going to continue to be a force. Even if they had to go into the first round of the playoffs without Kawhi and PG, I feel like this team can probably pull off a first round upset. I really feel like they can. The Clippers have just been more of a surprise than what anybody could have imagined. You couldn't tell me that Kawhi and PG wouldn't be there and they would have won all these games without them and possibly putting themselves in contention of getting that 6th seed, and actually getting out of the 8th seed. That would be very amazing if they're able to do something like that and actually sustain it somehow and take it the distance and get into the playoffs and avoid the play-in. Now, as far as the Lakers are definitely in a bad situation. Matter of fact, the Lakers are the complete opposite. It looks like they actually might be on the way of being eliminated from the play-in tournament if they lose too many games. They're not too far up. They're like a game and a half up on the Pelicans, I believe, which is like in the 10th seed. So, it's a 10th or 11th seed or something like that. So, for the Lakers, it's really not looking good. Now, we know the problems that they've had this season. We know LeBron is just frustrated and gassed and tired. And, the rest of the team looks the same way. Your best player basically mimics how the team is going to look going forward. And that's exactly how they've looked up until this point. And they haven't won a game since the All-Star break has stopped. And, tonight they can go, maybe 0-4, and to start, after the All-Star break, which is not a good look if you're trying to make the play-in tournament or playoffs, whatever they feel like their aspirations are. And what's standing in their way right now is the Los Angeles Clippers, a team that's beat them 3 straight times and a team that doesn't fear them beyond any means. Now, of course, most people would probably look at it like, probably the Lakers will go ahead and win tonight because, you got to at least get one win against the Clippers. They can't let the Clippers sweep them, and they don't even have both of their superstars on the team, So most people's eyes, in theory, most people would probably choose the Lakers to win tonight. And I'm not saying they can't win tonight. I'm just saying that I still feel like the Clippers are just the better team. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would look any different. Simply because, like I said, the Clippers just have a better all-around, system, seem like. And even though they don't have their superstar players, they play within their means and they don't beat themselves. They do the best they can on offense and keep it together. They have a good shooter in Luke Kennard. They got other good shooters, and they got guys who can score individually, not put all together as in like a great offensive juggernaut, but they play collectively enough to where they could stay in games and allow themselves to, pull out victories in the 4th quarter of games. And when you look at the way their defense is very underrated. I think their defense is definitely top 10, top 15 in the league. To not have 2 of the best wing defenders in the league and your defense is still playing really good says a lot about the team. So even though the Clippers don't really have the juggernaut offense to make up for, or the juggernaut offense to make them a better team because they don't have their 2 superstars, they give you a balance of both. They give you defense and they give you a balance of offense, which actually makes them a very effective team. And when you're playing teams like the Lakers who are discombobulated, usually teams that play very effective and that can run up down the court and, get the Lakers gas because their older team usually beats the Lakers. And that's the Lakers' problem. They really just haven't gotten younger, and they're relying on a bunch of older guys who really just can't do it anymore. Carmelo is good, but at the same time, Carmelo's never been known for defense. And even in his younger day, when he can move a lot faster, he still didn't play defense. And so he always just been a scorer. He can put the ball in the basket, but he can't stop nobody else from putting the ball in the basket, which is the reason why he's always been a superstar that's never even sniffed a NBA title or MVP of the league, because he's just not that dominant. He's never been. And when you look at him now, he's a lot older. He can shoot, but at the same time, he doesn't defend. Russell Westbrook doesn't defend. He's older. LeBron doesn't defend like he used to. He's older. Anthony Davis is never there. Street clothes, that's what they call him, right? Never there. And when you look at the rest of the team, it just looks like, well, they got a bunch of decent pieces like Dwight Howard, players like that, who's been playing really good lately since he's been, getting playing time. But he can only make a difference, but so much. And even the last time they played, Dwight Howard played good and all that. But like I said, it's just not enough what the Lakers present to teams every night that makes them a threat. And the Clippers really don't fear this team at all. And they play like it too. They really do. Now, tonight's actually a Clippers home game, I believe, for them technically, even though both teams are in the same arena. But I feel like the Clippers might actually pull this game out. I'm going to say this time they'll win by 3. I'm going to go 116 to 113. I think the Clippers pull this one out again. I think it's going to be a tough one once again. And you never know. Maybe the Clippers might just put their foot on the gas and don't never look back, because the last couple games, the Clippers have built leads that they, felt comfortable with, but the Lakers just found a way to come back and everything. The matchups and everything are really intriguing. Austin Reeves, he plays really good against the Clippers. His matchup against Reggie Jackson is probably favorable, in his mind anyway, because he's more like an aggressive type player. But really, that favors Reggie Jackson, because I feel like Reggie Jackson can get past him anytime he wants to, get to the rim, create for others, and the one person I like to see in this game actually just go out and dominate. Honestly, I would like to see Zubac go out there and just dominate. Zubac's been playing good the last 2 games. We need to see him follow that up. We need to see him follow a game like that up against a team like the Lakers. Go out there and just dominate them, dominate Dwight Howard or whoever else is under the rim. I'd just like to see Zubac go out there and really do it. I've been watching Zubac for several years, and I really feel like he's got potential, but, you got to, be consistent. So hopefully he definitely goes out there and do his thing. But as a team, though, I feel like the Clippers are going to win. I feel like they're going to get more contribution from Marcus Morris this time too, unlike last time. Luke Kennard's definitely going to do his thing, I believe. I feel like he just feasts on the Lakers himself. And like I said, as far as the Lakers, I do give them a chance, because it is a rivalry, and I wouldn't be surprised if either team won, to be honest with you. But the Lakers definitely got a chance. You got 2 superstars out there in Russ and LeBron James. You got 2 superstars like that. You always have a chance to win. Whether you pull out the win or not, who knows? But the chance is still there. But I just don't see the chemistry and the gelling between those players and amongst the other players on the team that can help them beat, the Clippers. Now, I will say, anything can happen. And like I said, the Clippers did beat them 3 straight times this season. So this round 4 matchup is really anticipated on both teams. And really, for the Clippers, they want to win this game just as bad as the Lakers do. Even though the Lakers need to win more, they need to win this game a lot more than the Clippers do. But the Clippers are thinking the opposite. They need to win this game more than the Lakers do, because they're trying to chase that 6th seed to get to that final playoff spot and avoid the play-in tournament. So every game they feel like they have the advantage and they should be, they could win, they need to take advantage of it. And I'm pretty sure that's what Ty Lue is telling the crew. So I expect the Clippers to come out tonight the same way they came out every other night, against this team. Any other time they played them, all business. Go out there and handle your business and execute the plan. And if the Clippers do that, the Lakers will be in trouble. Now, we'll see exactly how the game turns out. But as I said before, my score is 116, 113. We'll see how it pans out. And we'll see exactly, if the Clippers can complete the sweep and win 7 straight games against the Lakers, or can the Lakers break that trend and get their first victory after All-Star break. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section as always. And hey, Khaliis out.